What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning the WBC. The WBC reveals new rules for the banned drug Clenbuterol. Now, this is from Dan Rafael. The string of Mexican boxers testing positive from the banned substance Clenbuterol has included superstar Canelo Alvarez, Luis Neri, Francisco Vargas, and in recent days, Rey Vargas and Julio Cesar Martinez. On Thursday, the WBC announced that it will begin acknowledging the increased and knowledgeable threshold for the drug established earlier this year by the World Anti-Doping Association, meaning those fighters tested positive as conducted by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association in conjunction with the WBC's Clean Boxing program would no longer have been considered a failed test because of the amount found in their system was so small. Clenbuterol remains banned under WADA code, and the drug test found to have an amount that exceeds the new threshold would still count as a failed test and result in punishment. Okay, junior featherweight world titleist Vargas and top flyweight contender Martinez both recently tested positive for trace amounts of the drug in the random sample collections. Those results were announced by the WBC early this week, with the WBC saying that its amounts were so small that no further action is being taken. Alvarez had 2 positive tests for Clenbuterol in the leading up to the middleweight world title fight with Golovkin. As we remember last year, he was getting nicknames like Canelo and all this. And it says bout was eventually rescheduled for September, but Golovkin was livid over Alvarez's test results and accused him of cheating, causing a rift between the two that remains to this day. Alvarez's reputation, meanwhile, took a big hit with so many outraged fans referring to him as Canelo. Okay. Now, I'm not going to keep reading this shit. This is basically what the WBC has decided to do. Since they know that it's meat that is injected with Clenbuterol in order to make more muscles or make a cow more muscular in Mexico, they're going to allow small amounts. But the problem is, here's the problem. All this does is create an opening, an avenue for someone to actually start injecting themselves with Clenbuterol. That's all that means. And there's no guarantee that all these fighters were just eating tainted meat. We don't know that. That's like if they were giving cocaine to cows and then you had small amounts of cocaine in your body, you could say, well, I ate those cows that that they had cocaine in them in the pasture over there. So, that's why they're a little lean and I didn't know no better. You know what I mean? No, I think you did. That's why you want an alibi. You want an scapegoat. But the WBC, man, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know really why they're becoming so lenient. And since they referenced Canelo Alvarez, I think what's happening now is that they want to protect their franchise champions. They want to protect these guys that are possibly taking illegal drugs. I know this is just one drug. I know this is that one drug. But here's the thing. If you know that they have possible amounts of Clenbuterol due to however these cows are raised, why are you still eating? Why are you still eating cows from that area? Because a lot of these guys can afford enough not to eat meat in Mexico, but just eat chicken, fish. I still think that you're still responsible for putting shit in your body. And what goes in your body, if it's on that banned substance list or a performance-enhancing steroids list, you shouldn't take it. Because that's just making it more lenient for these guys in Mexico. Because all these guys are Mexican as far as I know. But I guess that saves them money. Because if you think about it, Canelo's a franchise champion. We have, all these guys are from the WBC. So the WBC, in order for them to make more money, this is about money too. It's about not postponing fights due to these type of tests, because I guess we can overlook that because it's small amounts. They can do that, and they'll do that because they don't want to fight upheld or put on hold because of one of these tests that's testing positive specifically for I'm about to say Clenello, but Clenbuterol in it. So they can make their money from the fights, the sanctioning fees can be paid, and they don't have to wait. That's my counterpunch. That's the reason I think they do it. But we be crooks, and I am absolutely for boycotting the WBC. Because see, at this point, they're just making it lenient. They're only worried about money. I think that's why they want the franchise championship, because they want to always get sanctioning bodies from a fighter, even if he loses. It's all about money with these guys. That's the way these guys are. This WBC has been changing so much, and I don't know why they're doing it. I guess they think they're untouchable. I guess they think that people won't care or people will put up with this shit. I don't know if they will. But it was a good start with Deontay Wilder turning down the franchise champion. But I think, all in all, people, the WBC has to be boycotted altogether. People should stop wanting to fight for the WBC belt, because it's not the most prestigious belt since 1963. Look, what we've seen in the last 2 years has been a mockery of the sport of boxing, and WBC has been the ringleader. Okay, this is a terrible example of how boxing is going down the toilet because of a sanctioning body. It's casting a dark cloud over boxing as a whole. Okay, so yes, let's boycott the WBC. I heard it and I was like, that's interesting, but now I'm all for it. Let's boycott them, because until people figure out that the WBC is a crooked organization, that's the only way that they're going to get their shit together. But until the end, they're trying to colonize fighters in their bullshit. They got Canelo, now they got Lomachenko, and Lomachenko, they said he asked for the shit. He asked but he didn't say he didn't. He can always come forth and say, hey, no, I didn't ask for it. They came to me, they offered it to me, I accepted. But when he asked for it, that makes it look very, very shitty. You know? But anyway, guys, you guys tell me what you think about this new rule about Clenbuterol. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.